Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my next video lecture. In this video lecture, we will study classification systems, which will include two kingdom, three kingdom, and five kingdom system of classifications. And then we will discuss binomial nomenclature and its significance. First of all, we will see that what is the history of classification system. Initially, Aristotle classified all living organisms into two major groups, Plantae and Animalia, while after that, Carolus Linus divided the nature into three kingdoms, mineral, vegetable, and animal. Abu Usman described the characteristics of 350 species of animals, and Ibn Rushd then translated Aristotle's book, the Enigma, in Arabic. Two kingdom system classification. This is the oldest system of classification, according to which the organisms were divided into two major kingdoms, kingdom Animalia and Plantae. In case of kingdom Animalia, they classified the organisms which cannot prepare their own food, and they are totally dependent on autotrophs. And in kingdom Plantae, they classified the organisms which can prepare their own food from inorganic matter, and which can store the energy. They also included bacteria, fungi, and algae in kingdom Plantae. After this, but some biologists found that this system of classification is unworkable in case of some unicellular organisms like Euglena, which has both characteristics of animals as well as plant. As it lacks cell wall and it is heterotroph in darkness. Heterotroph means it cannot prepare its own food in darkness, while in the presence of sunlight it can prepare its own food as it has a chlorophyll. To solve this problem, in 1866, Ernst Haeckel proposed a third kingdom named as Protista to accommodate Euglena-like organism. Here you can see the three kingdom system classification. The first kingdom is Animalia, second is Plantae, and third is Protista. He also included the bacteria in this kingdom Protista, but there were ob- there were two important types of objections. The difference between prokaryotes and eukaryote was not clear, and the position of fungi in Plantae is disagreed by many biologists. As the fungi was included in kingdom Plantae, some of the biologists disagreed about the position of fungi in kingdom Plantae. And five kingdom system classification. In 1937, E. Chatton suggested the term prokaryote for bacteria and eukaryote for plants and animals. After that, in 1967, Robert Whittaker introduced the five kingdom system of classification, which was based on levels of cellular organization. That he classified prokaryotes. He classified these organisms based on prokaryotic nature or eukaryotic, unicellular eukaryotic or multicellular eukaryotic nature. He also focused the principal mode of nutrition like photosynthesis, absorption, and ingestion. In 1988, Margulis and Chevards modified the five kingdom system classification of Whittaker as Plantae, fungi, Animalia, Protista, and Monera. These are those five kingdoms. Uh, Here we will see the important characteristics of these five kingdom system classification. The first kingdom I classified was Animalia. It included the organisms which are eukaryotic, multicellular consumers and which lack cell wall and show movement, and they ingest and digest food in specific type of cavities. And the second kingdom is Monera, and which include prokaryotic organisms, and most are heterotrophs, but some of these are also autotrophs. And this kingdom include bacteria and cyanobacteria. And third kingdom is Protista, which include the eukaryotic unicellular and simple multicellular organisms, which include algae, protozoa, and fungi like Protista. And fourth kingdom is fungi, which include the eukaryotic multicellular heterotrophs and which have absorptive nutritional mood just like that of mushroom. As these fungi actually produce a specific type of enzymes which can digest the organic matter, these fungi can then absorb these nutrients for their survival, and it also include decomposers. And the fifth kingdom is Plantae, which include the eukaryotic multicellular autotrophs, and these multicellular organisms have sex organs and they also form embryos during their life cycle. We will discuss the characteristics of viruses as a status of virus. They all viruses are encapsulated by a protein coat, and they are considered as a borderline between living and or non-living organisms, because they have crystalline type of structure, so they resemble non-living organisms, but they also contain DNA as well as RNA, thus they resemble the living organisms as well, and they can reproduce in living cells and cause diseases. And viruses, prions, viroids are not included in five kingdom system of classification. And what is binomial nomenclature? A Swedish biologist, Carolus Linus, first introduced the system of binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature is a scientific name of species consists of two names. The first name is genus and second one is a name of species. So called is binomial. Bi means two, nomial means names. And scientific names are usually written in italics, as you can see here in Homo sapiens. The first term, which is a generic name, always began with a capital letter, while the second species name is never capitalized. It is written in small letters. You can see here. And what is the significance of binomial nomenclature? बाइनोमियल नोमेनक्लेचर की क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है या सिग्निफिकेंस है कि आपने ये ऑब्ज़र्व किया होगा कि अक्सर जो एक ही ऑर्गेनिज्म होता है वो डिफरेंट रीजन्स में मुख्तलिफ नामों से उसको पहचाना जाता है. जस्ट लाइक ऑनियन इन उर्दू इज़ प्याज, लेकिन प्याज के अलावा लोग इसे गेंदा, बेज़ल और वेज़ल के नाम से भी जानते हैं. तो साइंस के अंदर जो है ऑर्गेनिज्म को एक ही नाम दिया जाता है, जिस तरह से साइंस के अंदर हम इसको एलियम सीपा कहते हैं. तो अगर एक ही ऑर्गेनिज्म के इस तरह मल्टीपल नाम होते हैं तो उससे पूरा यूनिवर्सल लेवल पे उसको पहचानने में जो है वो मुश्किल पेश आती है. तो इसको अवॉइड करने के लिए साइंटिस्ट ने क्या किया है कि जो ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं उनका एक स्पेसिफिक जो कि साइंटिफिक नेम रखा है जो कि सिंगल नेम है. तो उस सिंगल नेम से आप दुनिया के किसी भी कोने में जाएं, आप उसी स्पेसिफिक ऑर्गेनिज्म को एक ही नाम से आप इजीली आप जान सकते हैं. और उसके साथ साथ एक कॉमन नेम्स भी आपने सुना होगा कि कुछ कॉमन नेम्स का ये कहते हैं कि दे हैव नो एनी स्पेसिफिक बेसिस. क्योंकि आपने सुना होगा कि जो सिल्वर फिश, ग्रे फिश, जेली फिश और स्टार फिश, जबकि ये एक्चुअली फिश नहीं होते. क्योंकि बायोलॉजी में हम फिश उसको कहते हैं फिश इज़ अ वर्टिब्रेट विच हैव फिन्स एंड गिल्स, जबकि सिल्वर फिश, क्रे फिश, जेली फिश इनका जस्ट कॉमन नेम सिल्वर फिश है, क्रे फिश है, जेली फिश है. तो ये इसको हम फिश नहीं कहते हैं बायोलॉजी में. तो इस टाइप की जो कन्फ्यूजन्स हैं उनको दूर करने के लिए organisms are given scientific names by binomial nomenclature. Thank you so much for watching my video.